Hey there guys and girls, my name is Jet and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Today I am bringing you two nature inspired walkthroughs for your spring builds. The first one is going to be here in the Forest of Valor with a farm build, and then the other is going to be in the DLC with a space avatar theme build for our friends Eve, Wally, and Stitch. The reason I am doing this video this way is because I lost footage of the builds due to a problem with Game Pass. So I have now bought this game on Steam, so we will hopefully not have any more problems with that. And I'd just like to apologize, but hey, I hope this does bring you some inspiration for the spring. And yeah, before we get into it, y'all, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, I would deeply appreciate it, as it does help me and my channel out so very much. All right, let's go ahead and get started looking at this build here in the Forest of Valor. I used the little flowery summer cottage, and we used a lot of beach grass, obviously, and butterfly flowers, and the pink petals from the DLC, and the little blue bush from the DLC, as well as I put luminescent flowers to give just little magical pops of light when the sun goes down. I kept the theme, purples, pinks, and blues. Super spring. All the crops that I used are spring, crops that you harvest in the spring, other than the pumpkins, because we obviously need pumpkins. So let's go ahead and go through here. There's not a lot of furniture, y'all. This is basically just nature. Like, we have the rocky terrain path. We have our pumpkins over here. And then the well is right here in the center, so you can get here simply. We'll go this way first, I think. And we have Goofy's stall. It's a little farmer's market type of vibe. And then we have Wally's little garden here, because it needed a place to go and I thought it fit perfectly here. And just a couple little, details with the outhouse and a crate and some planters. Super simple, y'all. Super simple. Great little tip to kind of round out the edges of this terrain is just to add a couple little ferns. You can also use like these pink flowers and these blue flowers from the DLC along the edges, and those help as well. And we're gonna go around here towards the bag just to walk through. And we have another little farm stand. Scarecrow. And then here you see, like, I have the cabbages. I have carrots and beans over here. And we do have the ancient gardener over here. Y'all, if you do not have this, get it, because it makes gardening so much quicker in this game. I absolutely love that, and I have it everywhere. And then back this way, we're gonna come upon our cottage. Over there is our little pumpkin patch. Like I said, not very spring, but hey. Then I used this bench because I thought the wood looked really good over here in that little pop of blue with those cushions. Our house, we just have, a cart, some wood, fairy godmother's, like her little flower cart, and just our cottage. Super easy, some white fencing. We got a nice little garden here along the side of the house. I am very much into the whole overgrown look lately, And so I honestly blame Console Kato for that because she uses the grass, and I was like, oh, that makes it look so much more realistic. And I'm a Midwest girl, you know, I grew up running through the fields and stuff, and I just absolutely love the overgrown look. Okay, so then we have this little stone path that goes to the back of our house, as well as to another one of our little garden beds. And we just have, you know, the little garden tools, some barrels, and some hay, and that's basically it, y'all. It's just a bunch of nature. Just plant it and lay it where you want it. Everybody has access to all these. I'm not sure, are the DLC items available, like the DLC plants available to everybody? I will have to look into that and let y'all know. But yeah, this is this build. Let me go ahead and switch it to nighttime for you to give you a little look. We are going to that 7 o'clock time frame that I absolutely love. And then here we are, all lit up. And it's just got that little bit of glow from the luminescent plants. That is our first one. And we are going to head over, and I am going to show you something very similar yet completely different. And yeah, let's go on ahead and go over there. See you there in a second. Hey there, space babes. Okay, so this build is completely different than the other that I showed you. We do use a lot of the same foliage, but it's a completely different vibe. Completely inspired by the world of Avatar, and I was inspired to do this with our out of space dream snap we did a couple weeks ago. And honestly, I was waiting to walk through until we had our custom skin tones to dress up kind of like an avatar, but I was like, no, I gotta show them now because I am too impatient, and it was just perfect to give you these two nature builds. So let's go ahead and go down here. Okay, so there's not a lot of furniture whatsoever down here because I wanted it just to be like Wally and Eve and Stitch just kind of landed in this otherworldly area, and they just set up shop and started living. We have a lot of very spacey looking foliage, at least to me. All the glowing plants, some of the jungle plants. I left all of these little light up crystals just wherever they fell. Once again, we use that rocky terrain. And we do have, you know, spaces to walk up to all of our mining spots. We use these thorns. Again, to give it that little spacey vibe. Our light up palm trees, and then here's Stitch. I'm sorry, y'all, this is a little difficult with the trees, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get you the best angles I can. But here's Stitch, and he's just got a little swimming pool over here, a little seating spot. Super, super easy. And then his neighbor over here is our sweet girl Eve, and I just gave her a little fountain entrance. Oh my gosh. See, very nature, y'all. The trees. Some tulips. Very easy. These trees, by the way, are the frozen trees. And then I just put in our little gazebo thing here and give us a little fishing spot. Use some of those glowing lilies for the water. next to her, we have Wally, and we just have his little bathtub with some spacey plants. There's our sweet girl Eve there. She's so cute, y'all. And then back here, I put in Nala's waterfall that you get from her quest, just to give it a little something. And the reason I chose this area was because of the waterfall that is here, but also because if you walk up this little vine incline here, you come upon a spot that has a telescope. And I just thought, how sweet, how perfect, right? They can look back towards home. Then I left our time bending orb over there because I just thought it felt very spacey. Then in the center, I used quite a few of those trees, trying to like recreate, you know, the big tree in Avatar. We just piled in a bunch of foliage and plants around that. We used our little are they tulip or lily lamps here? It's overgrown nature, everything lights up. And then we have a little secret path from Eve's to our entrance over here. Takes you through all of the plants. We got, I can't remember what this item is, but it just gave me super space vibes again. But y'all, that is everything. Oh, I forgot our little spacey guy back here. I was feeling super silly and I just had to throw him in. I mean, he's near, you know, Stitch's house. So we got our little alien friend here. But y'all, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and to my members of my channel, I want to thank you so much for supporting me. It means a lot. Y'all, I am wishing you the best day ever, and I want you to remember to keep it spooky, but most importantly, keep it kind, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye guys.